Hello and welcome back to my video about my project called SocketChat. In this video I will show how you can disconnect the idle users. We have an idle users here. You can see last activity and then the last message, and then we have to disconnect at when the user is connected and disconnected, so we can remove the users from the list. This tutorial is only based on Python. We don't going for client this time because everything should happen inside the Cron job. So let's starting to create a folder called Cron. Inside this folder we want a new file. This file we called disconnect. Idle users. And we need to import the library, but we can't import the library because we are in the subfolder, and in Python we need to put this inside the include and in the lib and the side packaging, but we don't have this. If you're on Linux, you can basically use ln and s param. In Windows we need the command called mclink. Linux, you will probably do something like this, from parse and to parse. It's working similar in Windows. We can use mclink and then we use d. It's meaning we want to link a directory from parse into another one. On Windows it's having flipped around. It's it should always be different on Windows and Linux, so we need to type the two paths, and I will copy this path because can't remember this. So this is my from path. It's my E drive, Git project, SocketChat server, my environment. You can see this environment here. And then we have the lib here and the side package, and I'll call the folder called library. Then we can copy the other path. Here the socket server library. This is the library up here, and then we can press enter. You can see it down here. Here, library. You can't just making the shortcut, because then it will not understand. And remember, when you open the command line, it should be run like administrator. I hope you understand it. Else make it in the comments below and I will of course help you to do this. Now we can minimize this and continue. And the first we want to do, it's we want the configuration. It's the library, and then we have the configuration, and we want the connection, the client is equal to the library, and then we need the Mongo connection. The config is the configuration we have up here, and now we only need to take out the rows from the database. So let's call the con. We have the online users. We need the find. We need the disconnect. Add should be none, because none meaning the user still should be online in the chat rooms. Then we need the last active add. And this should be lower than a date time, so I want to LT is meaning lower than in Mongo, and then we need a lower than the number. But in our Mongo here you can see last activities should be the timestamp with the micro time. So up here we want to from date time, import date time, and we make date time here and timestamp, and date time. You see now the date time, and then we will minus this with the configuration get into, and then the system. Whoop. And max idle time. And then we need a fallback. If it's not set, we want to set it to 60. So now we have a little bit done here, and we almost is ready to make the for loop. Row in rows, and then print the for loops out. And cd Cron, not the client, socket Cron, and then we want Python disconnect, and we have no users is older than I think maybe we have a little error here. Let's edit this and copy this inside. Yes. And we still don't get anything. So let's remove this and test it one more time. We get 2 users out. And let's going back for this one and save it. Okay, this should giving us the right number. So let's see what is doing here. What's the number we get? Yeah, it's lower than, it should be greater than. We get 2 here. So let's take this in a variable. And put it inside here to minimize the code. And what I want now, it's the time and the last activity time, and then because I need to see those 2, and yes, this is greater than, so if we know that, then it should be fine. Now I have thinking about it a little bit, and it should be lower than, and I will explain why it should be lower than. And first we need lower than here, and then the user active, doesn't matter about spelling errors now, timestamp, and then we want to copy this down. Now you can see we have the timestamp, lower than, and user activity. I will copy this up here and tap it inside so we can see the numbers. And you can see down here, I remove from the 8, and then we have the clean numbers. The timestamp should be 1250. Then we will remove 60 seconds, we say here. And based on the 60 seconds, we ask which user have the last activity time lower than this. That's meaning the user doesn't have been active in 60 seconds. And we expect we have some connection troubles, something on the servers having a mistake and something like that. So right now we want to disconnect this user. Okay, you understand? Else you can make the comments in the comment fields below, and I'll try to explain it more clean. So now we have 1 user, one more time. Here we have one user, and what we want in this, it's we want to say user ID, and then we want to tell the user ID is disconnected now. It's now disconnected. And then of course we want the connection on the online users, and we want to update one. What we want to find should be the ID based on the row ID here, and what we want to set should be the disconnected, and the disconnected time should be date time, and you see now. I'm wrong here. No, it's not, but I don't think we need this time. We need the timestamp, so I think that's better. No, let's keeping in the UTC. I think it's a mistake we have the timestamp here in the first place. Yeah, let's creating the Mongo object and then disconnect this user. We are not disconnected here. Here it's disconnected. So now we have the Mongo date object. That's fine. If we run it again, it should be nothing, and it's correct. So this cron job, I'll create the cron job tab file inside here, so you can. Whoops. So you basically can copy this inside your folder. I will not fill it out now, but I will create this file so it should be empty, so you can put it into your Cron tab when you want it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoy, and if you have any comments, please make the comments below, and I hope, of course, you want to subscribe my channel and give it a like. If you don't know how to subscribe, you can go in the right corner and then press the thing below, and of course I hope you want to share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to enjoy the next video. It's come from me. Thank you so much.